are times when people are concerned whether or not they're getting Alzheimer's disease. It could be your elderly parents or friends or family. And a lot of these people are wondering if they have Alzheimer's, but there really is no determinant to deciding if you have Alzheimer's or not. And whether or not you have it is never 100% for sure. You know, the only way to really find out is to do an autopsy to find out if 100% sure somebody had Alzheimer's. They did a study that I read on the internet regarding 8 different Alzheimer's patients. And these people, of course, went to the doctor in order for this research to be done. Alzheimer's is related to people's memories. And generally, we think of people with Alzheimer's having forgetful issues. What we noticed mostly is that the memory deteriorates. Alzheimer's can present itself in a number of ways. For example, someone will learn something new and then immediately forget, or perhaps they'll meet someone and then forget who they are. Another example would be if you were skilled at something when you were younger or knew something really well when you were younger. And then later, when you became older, those things were much more difficult for you to remember, or you didn't remember them at all. In addition, somebody may be able to tell you a story and you immediately forget it or forget the story shortly thereafter. Oftentimes people will forget their name, or they'll forget who their children are. They can't remember who their family is or any of their names. And I've experienced this for sure. Is it me? I'm not so sure, you know, but that does happen to some people. People with Alzheimer's can start to lose their memory, and that can get worse over time. A different sort of Alzheimer's would be if they're losing their short-term memory. For example, if I'd like to go get something from another room, I'll walk to the other room, that's maybe 5 seconds later, and then I forget what I came in there for. Another example, some people are really great with grocery shopping lists. They don't write anything down because they know exactly what they need. They go to the store, they buy everything they need, and their list is fulfilled. However, people with Alzheimer's perhaps used to be that way, and now when they get to the grocery store, they can't remember exactly what they needed. Other people with Alzheimer's, we're talking about people who can hear and speak English, they'll forget what they want to say. Or for people who use sign language, they will forget exactly what they wanted to sign. Sometimes they'll forget the meaning of the signs and won't be able to produce that at all. People with Alzheimer's will know that something is for cooking. They'll know it's some sort of utensil, but the exact word they can't produce, whether it's in sign or in spoken language. Other examples would be difficult terminology that are easily forgotten. Sometimes it's everyday words such as pen, car, things like that a person with Alzheimer's can't remember, which can be a big problem. Oftentimes people with Alzheimer's will have mood changes. Perhaps they used to be very friendly, aggressive, and now they're really into themselves and not outgoing at all. Or the opposite, when you have somebody who's really internal and they become extremely aggressive. People who used to be passionate, for example, may become less caring, or the opposite. Sometimes people with Alzheimer's will have a difficult time communicating. Therefore, they become withdrawn and would rather not be with their family. Their mood is not stable, they become very anxious. They also can become frustrated. Imagine if you can't remember anything that you used to imagine, you get upset about it. It can be very difficult to communicate, and that can also cause people to become angry or afraid. Perhaps they don't want to go to new places that they haven't experienced before, or perhaps they have experienced going to that place before, but they can't remember, so it seems like a new place. That can be extremely depressing. Their eating habits can change, their mood can change. Things like mood, you know, there can be other reasons for that as well. It's not only Alzheimer's. Sometimes people who get older, you know, remain or change their life into like a more sedentary lifestyle. You know, in addition to their memory loss, other things can affect that as well.